Welcome to part 2 of the Permit Office Headquarters tutorial. Let's pick up right where we left off. Alright, last time I believe that we did that phase over there and we were just starting on this one. I don't think I covered it. So we're going to start here. The first thing we want to do is, of course, put on our Corinthian capitals. We have the upside down stairs here representing our acanthus leaves. 4 on each side. 4 of the columns at the front. And then let's now look at the detailing on the building here. We've got a bit of diorite faced with some polished andesite half slabs in this configuration here. A little plaster here with 3 upside down cobblestone stairs, and we've got a window frame. Bit of diorite behind that. Another pilaster here. And then another window frame, and then the last pilaster there. Then turning the corner, I've got another window frame here and there. Another one on the back here. And here in this corner. And at the back we've got another plaster and a larger window frame. Plaster and a window frame. And then right here is our center line, so everything else is just the same as what we just did over there. So let's move inside and take a look at what we've got in here. Let's take a look at the walls of the entry chamber first. Little trapdoor there. And otherwise the rest of this is prismarine bricks and a bit of spruce wood. On the inside we do have our upside down quartz stairs here. On the inside for Corinthian pilasters, we have 6 of those in the entrance hallway. Right here. Right there. And the detailing here for the chandelier, just got a bit of glass, some panes here, and then some iron bars there in the middle. Alright, and another trapdoor right there. Let's move back here into the large waiting room. Right there, we'll take a look at the chandeliers in a moment. Although all these chandeliers are copies of each other, so what you did for that one there, you're going to be doing for all of the other, the other 5? Down here. And a few more trapdoors there. And otherwise, it's all prismarine bricks. And spruce logs. Alright. So let's move back in here. Let's take a look at the detailing for the stairwell. It's pretty simple. Got an end rod there, though, to light our stairwell. Like so. Let's move into one of the offices here. Take a look at the patterning. On the walls, it's just wood and prismarine bricks, really. Like so. And let's get a top-down view of this before we move on. Alright. And let me see. We want to go this way. Alright, next phase. Here, on top of the upside-down cobblestone stairs, we've got the polished andesite ones to finish off our Corinthian capitals for our acanthus leaves and everything. And once you do one of those, the other 3 are the same. Same for the pilasters. Got another little half slab here, and then otherwise it's a straight run of stone bricks right in front of those. And finishing off, as you can see here, with 3 more pilasters. Then turn the corner, straight run of stone bricks pretty much. Right here, another run. turn the corner, keep going. And we've got 4 more pilasters at the back and 3 andesite half slabs to finish off the decorative window frames. All right, moving inside now, we've got the spruce tree trunks on their sides now. For the first part of our decorative crown molding we're going to have at the top. For our chandeliers, you want to go around and place a hopper on top of all of those in the building. All 6 of those should have a hopper on top of them. And quartz upside down stairs here for all 6 of the pilasters inside the entranceway. And then behind those, as you can see, we've got the spruce tree trunks on their sides. Except for here in the stairwell. Take a look at the stairwell now. Let's take a look at this one. Right here. From that side and from this side. Although I suppose that these tree trunks should probably be on their sides. Looking at it, I think I just missed that detail in the stairwell. Looks like I fixed it on all the other rooms, but this half of the stairwell got by me on that. So you probably want to make it look like that, I think. Would look slightly better. I mean, nobody will ever notice that, but it's just one of those things. So here inside the office, you can see all we're doing is, tree trunks on their sides, all the way around, right behind the stone bricks. And a hopper on the chandelier. Same thing back here in the waiting room. 3 more hoppers. And all of the spruce tree trunks on their sides in a big rectangle, like so, all the way around the room. All right, let's go on to the next phase. Now that we're done building our columns and our pillars and our pilasters, we're going to start putting in the entablature. And we're going to be doing that with tuff right here for the architrave. Okay. Quick view from below, but otherwise you can see we're doing just, tuff to connect the pillars to the building. And then we're doing the same thing, just wrapping the tuff all the way around the building. At this level here, it's projecting out a little bit here at the front. And then behind that, you can see you're just filling it in with straight cobble. And it pokes out a little bit here at the back. All right, now let's take a look inside. Actually, let's take a look top down here at the entranceway first. And let's lower down a bit so we can see over our hopper. We have a tree trunk here. And then the rest of these spruce sections are going to be half slabs. But all the way around the perimeter of the room, you want to do upside down stairs for the crown molding. Right here, except for right above the columns. All right. And for the stairs, we have just some upside down stairs here in a pretty simple pattern. Like this here. They obviously break right here because they have to. Because the stairwell is ascending at that point. Here inside one of the offices, we've got the same sort of detail. We're going to have upside down stairs and a square around the room. And the cross hatching here is going to be done with the spruce slabs with a tree trunk right here in the middle for the chandelier. See? Just like that. And the same thing we did for this room and the entranceway, we're also doing here for the waiting room. But the spacing is just a little bit different. Right here. So let's take a quick look at that from below. No, maybe farther down. Like that. And then that's really all there is to that phase. Let's go on to the next one. Lots of diorite on the exterior now. This would be the frieze part of the entablature. Here we can see we've got little inset squares of coffered diorite right here on for our pediment. Right there, fill in the rest of it with cobble. Any place you have open space in here, we're filling that in with a bunch of cobble. Now you can see around the perimeter of the building, right on top of all the tuff that we put down, you want to put down diorite right on top of all that tuff. And then behind it, you want to face it with cobblestone. And the cobblestone should go directly across all of the spruce. And then from below, let's just go down the stairs now. And from below, it should all look like this. We're using full blocks of waxed cut copper here for the ceiling. I don't know if it would be cheaper to use half slabs here. You can. It doesn't really matter, because we're just going to be slabbing all of this over anyway. So these could be copper half slabs if you prefer. But otherwise, just fill in all of the open spaces with cut copper as you please. And we will move in, rather on to the next, wait. Sorry. I ran right over the stairwell. Just got some simple detailing here for the stairwell. Another stair, some dark prismarine, and an upside down stair here. Sorry, almost skipped over that one. Anyway, now for sure, moving on to the next phase. We've got our cornice right here with the upside down polished andesite stairs, projecting half slabs here for the raking cornice. Right there. And then you can see you just want to bend these all the way around, just like so. See, just bending it all the way around the building, bending it through the corners, and bending it across back here. Oh. And I suppose, actually, these blocks here should have been polished andesite, because we have this little, we have that poking out. And that should be polished andesite. I think I did that here at the front. Yeah, I did do that here at the front. It looks like I overlooked the back. And behind that, you can see we're just slabbing in the entire thing with cobble. Let's take a look here at the stairwell. Just extending the patterning up. Same thing you did for the previous phase. It's just another block level higher up and over. All right, next phase. Now we're putting in the floor for the second story. But first we want to do the exterior. And we want to do now our triangular roof here for our pediment. So we've got some cobblestone half slabs here at the front, and then a bit of diorite behind that for the tympanum. Right here. And just take a look at that. We've got our first roof tiles coming into view here. I think some of these sections back here are gonna whoop, bother. Anyway, some of these sections back here are going to be a little bit messy, I think, because of how I put the pediment together. So if you have any blocks back here that aren't actually visible, you could remove them or just fill them in with cobble. Only the ones on the exterior here really matter. All right. So we're putting cobblestone half slabs on top of our upside down polished andesite stairs, but we've got a couple of stairs here because we have our next level of pilasters that we're going to have going up on the facade of the building. And behind that, we're just doing straight runs of stone bricks and then a straight run of cobble behind that for our interior walls. And we'll take a look at this in a moment. We've got the quartz and the cobbled deep slate there because that's for our fireplaces, if you remember those from the tour. Here. That's our center line. So now let's go take a look at the interior here. think the easiest point of reference here is the stairs. So around the stairs, we are just laying over some spruce on its sides there to kind of cap the whole thing off. And with the one last stair here, and that's going to finish off our stairwell. And then behind that, let me take a bird's eye view on this one. So behind that, you can see we're doing pretty much what we did for the floors to start with. You can see here we've got the checkerboard pattern of alternating, I believe these are green and gray, glazed terracotta. Yes, green and gray glazed terracotta in a checkerboard pattern. Right behind that here, so here's one of the offices there. Of course, we've got the cobblestone here for the dividing wall and the tree trunks on its side for the threshold, or the doorway. And then down here we've got the patterning for the fireplaces. So here, the next patterning for the fireplace. And then behind that, we've got just a simple checkerboard pattern. You can see here, these are all facing random orientations. And to get that effect, all you have to do is whenever you place down, just turn 90 degrees in any direction. And place the next one if you want to get a more randomized pattern with this. But once you zoom out enough, it doesn't. I mean, you know, it's hard to see if it's randomized or not. It kind of, you know, it has a pleasing effect, I think. We have symmetry with just a touch of asymmetry in the design. I think it makes it more interesting that way. All right, so that's really all there is to that phase. So let's move on to the next one. Detailing here for the exterior on the pediment. If you've done any of my previous Roman builds, you already know how to do this thing in your sleep. I kind of just, you know, I tend to recycle the same elements for the Roman stuff, because if it's not broken, don't fix it. Detailing here for the roof tiling. And let's take a look here now. We've got, of course, more diorite window frames. And the next section of plasters, which are just a bit shorter and a bit more simplified than the ones we had below. Again, we just want to take a look at the exterior walls here, and we'll take a look at the interior momentarily. All right, so here we are on our center line. So let's move inside the building now. Let's start over here with the main fireplace. Right here. A couple of iron bars and half slabs. Where these torches are, you can go ahead and place down campfires if you want for that. And then behind that, we do have a number of, here where the window frames are, we're going to have these trapdoors, dark oak trapdoors and the spruce logs on their sides. Right here, we've got a number of our potted plants we're also putting down with the pods all. And there, we've got a couple of stairs here to represent the carved wooden balusters on our staircase. Right here. And here in the corner, another potted plant. And another one. And another one there. There may be perhaps slightly too many. I will leave it to you. You can add or remove plants as you prefer. You don't have to do it that way. Let's see. Let's move into one of the offices so you can see the design for that. It's pretty much the same type of thing we did for the first floor. We're just doing it a little bit shorter and more simplified for the upper level. And we've got all of the buttons here. For, I would think, the drawers for the bottom of the bookcases, everything, the built-in bookcases we've got here, and another little fireplace over here as well. Now, because of the nature of the building, there wasn't really enough room to put a full chimney and connect it to the roof. So I did kind of cheat a little bit and disconnect those. I put the fireplace where I wanted them, but I also wanted the chimneys to be at a certain point on the exterior, and they didn't really line up. So we had to cheat a little bit with that. But you can imagine perhaps we have some flue tiles in the attic that will connect them over at an angle, perhaps. So here, next phase, more detailing for the pediment. Same sort of thing, it's just up and over a bit at the blocks and the half slabs. Repeating patterns for the roof tiling. More detailing here for the windows. I worked in this fireplace just as close as I could back here to the exterior. So let's just scan around the exterior here. Again, same sort of detailing we did for the first level. So no surprises there. Alright, here we are on the center line, so that's all there is to the exterior. Let's now take a look at the inside. Let's start with the fireplace. Right there, a bit of quartz, bit of cobbled deep slate, and now some strip spruce here around the window frames. Let's take a look at the main room in its entirety before we take a look at the side offices. Got some trapdoors here on top of our balusters to complete the entire balustrade. Right here, and as you can see, we've got the prismarine bricks again. And the window frames. And you can see once you do one of these, the others are really just the same. Alright, so let's go into one of the offices now. Take a look at that one. Again, same detailing that we just did. Like so. I would have liked to have made this fireplace a little bit deeper and put some cobbled deep slate behind it, but as you can see here, we did. Because of the way it worked out, we just didn't have any room. I would have had to project the fireplace forward more into the room, which I didn't really want to do. Alright, next level here. Exterior. Sorry, next phase, I mean. Here, finishing off our pointy pediment here. The diorite tympanum and everything is finished as well. Some half slabs there to finish that off for the copper. And then the same sort of detailing for the roof tiles there for that. And again, we've got mostly glass, cobblestone, and diorite. And these patternings for the exterior. So we'll just scan around that. It's pretty simple work. Once you do one of these, the others are all the same. Alright, moving inside, some detailing here for the fireplace. This is our main fancy fireplace, so it's got a little bit of an arch to it. In fine carved pentelic marble. Right there. Same detailing on the interior. Actually, for this phase, you're pretty much repeating the last phase, except we're adding in the dark prismarine. You can go ahead and plant your ferns, and we've got some iron bars on the wall here for our sconces for the end rods. But if you want to, you can upgrade them with candles if you prefer. Instead, perhaps some white candles or some nice contrasting red candles would look very pleasing in here. Perhaps some orange candles if you want to match the cut copper we have going on in the ceiling. I'll leave it up to you. You can whichever candle you prefer. Although the end rods work out quite nice to echo the fireplace a bit. Let's move into one of the offices, take a look at that. Of course, you can just place torches on the wall, but I thought it looked better with the end rods. Got our upside down stairs here for our built-in bookcases. And that's all there is for that phase, so let's move on to the next phase. Got just a little decorative finial here at the top for our cut copper acroterion on our pediment. Right here with the cobble, and now it's diorite, stone bricks, and glass. Just the same as what we've been doing on the exterior here. We're just going to kind of go over that pretty quick because there's no surprises there. You can pretty much see at a glance what to build. Right there, let's move on to the interior. Take a close look here at our fireplace, of course. For our mantle, we've got the upside down quartz stairs here. Very big, fancy, carved white pentelic marble fireplace there. Very expensive. And now we've got our end rods here for our wall sconces. And more dark prismarine, spruce, some of it stripped, some of it not. You can pretty much see where to put all that. Same patterning you did before. All the way around the room. And same sort of detailing here and for the side offices. And its associated fireplace mantle. Right there. Alright, next phase, a little bit of cut copper. Right there. And we've got now the decorative window frames with the upside down stairs and the diorite, capping those off with all the cobble behind that. It's like so. You know, once you do one of these, the others are all the same. So we're just going to skirt by that. And now take a look at the inside here. I've got just a bit more quartz right there to, I believe, finish off our very, very expensive fireplace. Over here for the doors, we've got this little archway that we built before in part 1. Got another one of those. Detailing for our window frames. And we'll just take a look here at the interior walls. You're extending up all the prismarine and the spruce with the detailing for the window frames. The same sort of detailing inside the office. Both of those. Right here. That are detailing for the built-in bookcases. And here in the middle of our room, we have these, our next set of chandelier. Let's see, let's count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let me make sure I get it right first. Okay. All right, and then we want to count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go over a block and count up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our first end rod here with 4 more around it for our chandelier. So you'll have to go ahead and place, something on top of that. Still difficult when you're building it from the bottom up, I know. The other one in here and the other office is done just the same. And we will move on to the next phase. So here, a bit of cut copper and some slabs. Upside down polished andesite stairs for all the window frames. And for our Corinthian capital, our simplified Corinthian. For the plaster here, they all kind of connect together. And stone bricks behind that. And I'm just going to scan around this and have a little water while you look at that. Alrighty, and then behind that, let's start over here again. And we've got some decorative interior frames again for our doors and our windows, which at this point consist of upside down spruce stairs. And behind that, we've got the prismarine bricks again. Getting ready to complete the wall panels. Here we've got trapdoors on all four sides of those, or all four of those. And again, once you do one of these windows with the upside down stairs, you do all the other windows just the same. And here for our chandelier, oh, we had a glass pane I missed in the last one. Let me count all the way back to that. Let's start here, right here, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. And then we want to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place a pane, an end rod, and light blue stained glass panes around that. The main chandelier is just a little bit more fancy than the ones in the side rooms. Now, speaking of the side rooms, let's take a look at those. Same detailing for the window frames in here, and prismarine bricks behind all of that. Although in some of these sections I don't think the prismarine shows, so you could probably get away with making some of that cobble if you want to save a little bit of material. And here for the chandelier, we've got the iron bar and then the panes. And then over here for our built-in bookcases, we've got our little decorative arches right here, and some stairs in between those. All right, let's move on to the next phase. We're finishing this off with one last cobblestone half slab here. Then your entire pediment we have out here will be done. Building's starting to look pretty nice, I think. And then behind that, we've got another layer of tuff, because that's going to be the architrave for the entablature that's wrapping around the top of the building, if you remember. So it's pretty simple. You just want to do straight runs of tuff. You want to project out here on the side just a little bit on top of the pilasters. Otherwise, it's tuff and this patterning here and 4 projections on the back. All right, for the interior, we've got the spruce tree trunks on their sides again. Right here, it's pretty much all the way around the room, except for these little sections. We have some carved wooden Corinthian columns in here, with some little connecting arches in between those. They're sort of carved into arches, as it were, like there. And then we've got some detailing for the window frames right here. This for the small window frames and this one for the large window frames. You just add another slab in the middle and put it up a block. And that's all there is to that one. Otherwise, they have the same patterning for those. For the chandelier here, we've got sea lantern? Yeah. And end rods around that. Sea lanterns and end rods go really nice together with the light blue stained glass. My favorite for chandeliers. All right, so for the interior here, oh, I almost think that I forgot to put the trap doors on top of these. Did I? It really looks like I did. Okay, sorry. You need some more dark oak trapdoors on top of that. And that one over there too. I don't think the rest of them call for that. Looks like I missed that little detail. I got it right in the side office though. Right here. See, you just got the trapdoors and then the tree trunks on their sides all the way around the room. Some detailing over here for our carved built-in bookcases. A few trapdoors and stairs and buttons, like so. And then a hopper here for our chandelier. All right, moving on to the next phase. So the next phase is going to be pretty simple. Let's take a look at that from the top down. So you can see it's diorite on top of all the tuff that you put down, wrapping all the way around the building in this patterning here. And then directly behind that, you want to face that with cobblestone. And then moving to the inside of the building, let's start over here in one of the offices. So you can see we're doing the same sort of ceiling that we did for the office below. This one, same exact thing with the spruce stairs and then the half slabs and then the tree trunk there in the middle. And it gets a little bit more decorative over here for the main office level. So let's start here in front of the fireplace, and look up. And we want to have this patterning here. We want to have the stairs wrap around right here, but then we want to have them extend across here with the half slab. And then behind that, you want to put in this patterning here with the spruce half slabs. All right, and then behind that, we want to have this patterning here with the stairs, and then another half slab that goes across here. More stairs here. So I'm going to try and get as many views of this as I can. It's a little tricky to do. Need to get in real close and just take a good slow look at it. Take a look at it from the inside here. Just like that. And then back here it's stairs all the way across the back. And then back here we have this patterning with the half slab. It's kind of like the one we did in front of the fireplace, but it's just a little bit, different. All right, and then here for our chandelier, we've got the stained glass and the iron bar right there in the middle. All right, so let me just take a good look at that from the top down. And let's move on to the next phase. So if you had trouble with that one, let's just take a look at the next one, and maybe you can build them both together. Might be easier. So here we want to, on top of all the diorite, you go around and put cobblestone on top of all the wood half slabs as well. And then same as we did for the ceilings down below, we're doing the same thing again. You want to fill in whatever is left over with full blocks or half slabs of waxed cut copper. And along the front here, in front of the diorite, you want to put your last cornice of upside down polished andesite stairs. And this patterning here, all the way around the building. And it looks like I did remember to put in that there, even though I forgot it back down there. And there's always something. Just fiddly little details. I will generally see them during the course of the tutorial, so I can generally tell you to fix them, but there's always some little mistake in the reference models that I don't catch before they get published. So here, as you can see, we've got the cut copper. Finish off our nice ceiling here. Nice little contrast with the orange and the green. I think that works well together. For the office here, you can see the coffering up there. Same detailing for that. That's going to finish off this room, by the way. And almost this room, we've got a little, remember we've got our little skylight up here as well that we're building. Take a look at that from below. Like so. And, there shouldn't be any exposed cobblestone there. I think this is I think that's another mistake. What should we fill this in with? I think if let's take this right here, spruce stairs, and it looks like I started to do this, but I apparently forgot the rest of it. And just wrap the spruce stairs in, just wrap them around each other like that here at the top of the stairwell. And do that over here as well. Sorry. That's a small fix. I mean, a couple of spruce stairs. That's not too bad. So here we've got a square for the atrium and a bit of glass. Well, no, we've already done the glass. We've got just one iron rod holding up our chandelier there. And then let's go on to the next phase, where you can see we're coming into really the home stretch now, because we finished off all the interiors here, save the skylight, and we're now doing the roof. So we do have a little decorative parapet around the roof here that we have with the diorite and the polished andesite here. So let's take a look at that. We've got cobblestone half slabs here on top of all the upside down polished andesite stairs. And then behind that, we've got our usual patterning of roof tiles, which we'll take a look at in a moment. We're just going to scan around the exterior. First, we'll get that set, and then we'll take a closer look here at the patterning. And I left quite a lot of this, here's center line, I left quite a lot of this open in here that you may or may not want to fill in. I mean, you know, I definitely need to put down some torches in here so things won't spawn, but so let's take a look at this here. If you want to, you can just fill all this in with cobblestone and just only focus in on the red nether brick. All right. All right, so let's take a look at kind of half that right there. And I believe this is the start of our chimneys right down here. And here for our skylight, we just got the cut copper and another iron bar. All right, next phase. We've got our decorative balustraded parapet up here at the top, and then the roof tiling behind that. So let's just kind of scan along and take a really good slow look at this. As you can see here, the roof tiling is just the same as we did back down there. But we do have the cobblestone edging here to outline our roof. Just a little bit of decorative ribbing on it. All right, there's our center line. And then we've got more cut copper, and then another hopper. Right there. And then from the top down, you can, maybe you can see that a bit better. All right, let's move on to the next phase. Let's start with the top down on that one. First, and now let's take a closer look. Here, finishing off our decorative balustraded parapet on the top here. And then behind that, we have the repeating design for the roof tiles. All right, so here for our skylight, a bit more cut copper, and we have connecting dark oak trapdoors right there for the beams that hold up our chandelier. And let's go ahead and move on to the next phase here. Let's start with the top down. You can see we finished the parapet, by the way. So now all you're building are the roof tiles and a bit of glass here in this interesting pattern for the skylight right here. So you can see it's just all tree trunks on their sides connecting together in cross pattern, and then we got the same deal echoed in the glass. And now looking from the front, let's take a look here at the more complete section of the roof tiling. You can see the roof tiling is pretty straightforward. Once you get the hang of the pattern, it's all the same. It's just a big checkerboard pattern with full blocks of red nether brick and the deep slate tile half slabs. Alrighty, next phase, we're putting on the ridge line of our roof with the cobblestone and a few more half slabs. Right here at the top, leaving some space here for our chimneys. And a bit of cobblestone to cap off the skylight here at the back. All right, next phase. Actually, all we're building, we're really in the home stretch now. All we're building now are the chimneys right here, bit of chimney, and here we've got the first part of our little flagpole with a block of tuff. All right, so we can move pretty quickly now. We've got just cobblestone here for the chimney, deep slate, cobblestone, stone bricks, deep slate, more stone bricks, diorite, cobbled deep slate, more diorite again, and then cobblestone, but upside down, polished andesite stairs, all there, tuff, and the same detailing for that again. Both chimneys are identical. So cobblestone slabs on top of the stairs, and then tuff right there behind that. Cobbled deep slate there for that. More tuff right on top of the other tuff. More cobbled deep slate right on top of the other cobbled deep slate. And that's actually going to finish off our chimneys, by the way. We just finished those off, so now we're only really looking at the flagpole. So more cobbled deep slate for that for the flagpole. Another block of tuff. Another block of, a block of cobble. And here we have the patterning for our very simplified and pixelated British flag. I know this is actually wool blocks, but I really like the texture for the coral better, so I just put it on the wool blocks. See, this is actually red wool. All right, and then here, red wool again. Red, white, and blue wool here. And one last block of tuff here at the top. And that finishes off your flagpole. And once you have done that, your permit office headquarters building will be complete.